Paul has to go. Hey, this is Ben's Basketball Take, and on this channel, I'll be talking about basketball opinions and hot takes. Today, I'm going to be talking about the Thunder, and more specifically, Chris Paul. But before I talk about that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to get notified when I upload a video. I would really appreciate it. Thanks. Now let's get started. If you didn't already know, the Thunder are down 0-2 in the playoff series against the Rockets without Russell Westbrook. This gives them a highly unlikely chance of winning the series. But even if they win the series, they aren't going to do anything past the first round of the playoffs. On the Thunder, Chris Paul is having a resurgence of a year, averaging 17.6 points per game and 6.7 assists in an all-star year. This means his trade value is at the highest it might ever be for the rest of his career. Chris Paul is one of the most overpaid players in the league, as he will be making $44 million as a 37-year-old. That is crazy. Just imagine how much I'll be making as a 37-year-old. Not even close to that. And this is on his last year of his contract in 2022. Speaking of his contract, it only gets worse the older he gets, so teams will be less attracted to get Chris Paul the longer the Thunder wait. That's why he has to go as soon as possible, ASAP. A hypothetical trade for Chris Paul to go to the Heat could be if the Thunder trade Chris Paul and a second-round pick, and the Heat trade Tyler Herro, Myers Leonard, Goran Dragic, and a 2020 unprotected first-round pick. This trade is good for the Thunder because they're going to get top scorer, a young scorer in Tyler Herro, and a veteran point guard in Goran Dragic. And on top of that, a first-round pick while dumping Chris Paul's enormous contract to the Miami Heat. This trade is good for the Heat because they get an all-star point guard that can help them make a push for the 2021 season, because I do not see them going anywhere this season. So hopefully, maybe next year's their year. Another hypothetical trade for Chris Paul to go to the Knicks, I know, the bad Knicks, could be the Thunder trade Chris Paul, and then the Knicks trade the 2020 top 10 protected pick, because they are so bad, Kevin Knox, Bobby Portis, and Taj Gibson. And Bobby Portis and Taj Gibson, just being real, they're only getting traded for salary, for contract purposes. This trade is good for the Thunder because, again, they get rid of Chris Paul's awful contract while getting a first and a few role players in Bobby Portis and Taj Gibson. This trade is good for the Knicks because they got some excitement to their team that they've been needing for a while, and Chris Paul. Overall, Chris Paul's value is at the highest it will ever be, even with his huge contract. So during the offseason, the Thunder need to trade the best player on their team. That's it for you guys, and peace out.